It's April 24, 2021, 8:37 p.m. It's episode 1219. Got away from me today. The day got away from me. My schedule today was just really screwed up, and I spent like 2 hours just wondering if I should eat or what I should eat, because I was like, if I eat now, because I finished my cartoon so late, I just thought if I eat now, then it's just gonna mess me up for tonight when I eat, and I was right, it did. But I thought I'd like to get sushi on Saturday, so I went ahead and get sushi really early, like around 3 o'clock. It was like a late lunch. But then I knew that I wouldn't get hungry until like 10 or 11. And then I took a nap. I looked at this cartoon I did like in 2017 after the murder of Heather Heyer at the Unite the Right rally, the Nazi rally in Charlottesville. And I looked at the cartoon and the way I drew that car then, and this one's very similar. It's a little bit different, but it's similar. Same style a bit. I was always intimidated. Excuse me, I got to go. Ooh. I was intimidated by drawing all the people flying in the air, because that's hard. But then I just like dove into it and didn't really think about it. I did get distracted once when somebody messaged me and I forgot to turn off the video, and I went back and I looked, and I was like chopping here and there, like 3 different places I had to chop this video, cut some things out. And that was when it's like an hour and 17 minutes video. And then I got distracted again when my pen, my stylus decided to just stop working, which it's been doing every other day, so I had to reboot the computer. That makes it work again, and I haven't figured out how to make it stop doing that. It's like every 2 days. And I gotta tell you, when you start coloring and you're halfway through coloring, that really fucks you up, because it doesn't like replace the color that you're doing after you bring it back. It's like another layer, and it just fucks everything up. It's bad. So before I did that, I used my mouse and I went through all the eyeballs to make sure that they go white. And that was really it. Everything else is just going to be covered with another color. Where they kind of mesh and stuff, and they're off. You can see it in one of the signs, in the say their name sign. You can see it there when it's done, but nobody else is going to know that. But anyway, I got to figure out this problem. Just like the problem that these protest laws that they're doing, these anti-protest things, they're trying to say that you know they're these are pro-cop, pro-law enforcement. But how is it pro-law enforcement to go run over people? And yes, they are trying to make this legal in several states to make it legal to run over protesters. If you're afraid of the crowd, you can run over them. This is going to work out fine if somebody runs over a Nazi. Then they're going to get really upset and change the law back or something. But they're already doing this. They're making this legal in Oklahoma and in Iowa. In Oklahoma last year, some guy was afraid in Tulsa of a Black Lives Matter crowd. And so what he did was, what happened there? What was that? Was that the thing? Oh, that wasn't. I should have like cut that part out. Yeah, I should have cut this part right there out. There's nothing going on there. What was I looking at? I was at some of that stuff. Yeah, I should have cut that out. Anyway, in Oklahoma, in Tulsa, this guy ran through a crowd. He injured several people, and one person, he paralyzed them for life because he was afraid of black people. Oh my God, they're black and they want equal rights. Oh my God, I'm scared. So he drove his pickup truck that was hauling a horse trailer, ran through this crowd, and he paralyzed somebody for life. I mean, that horse would have had more rights than the people he ran over. If the horse was in a trailer. If there was a horse trailer, I don't know. But, you know what they charged him with? Nothing. They didn't charge him with a damn thing because they found his fear justifiable, and fuck that he paralyzed somebody. It was okay though, because that was somebody supporting Black Lives Matter, so just screw that person. And this is going to become law. They're really bad about it in Florida. And in fact, in Florida, they've also attached protecting Confederate statues. If you attack a Confederate statue, you can get 14 years in prison. They're attaching to some of these laws that if you are part of a crowd that gets into a riot or looting, then they can take away any social government assistance, take away the right to get college loans. Some places they're trying to make it illegal for you to ever run for office if you get convicted on one of these things. Forget if you're convicted on other shit, but if you're convicted on for being part of a protest that get into a riot, then you're prevented from ever holding office or running for office. The thing is, there's already laws against looting and rioting. There are. This stuff is just tied into track racists. And that's it. And also to make it legal to kill people that you disagree with. I mean, all the people who call themselves constitutionalists, you don't see them screaming about this whole First Amendment part of this, which, by the way, in case you're a Republican, the First Amendment is in the Constitution. You need to stand up for it. This is an attack on that. Here's another fact for you that's really going to fuck with you people, the conservatives. 96% of Black Lives Matter protests were peaceful. There was no violence. This is a fact. You might be going, that's not the narrative that I've been following for a year. That's not what's going on in Portland. But yeah, 96% of Black Lives Matter protests have been peaceful. That will fuck with you if you've been watching nothing but Hannity and Tucker. Somebody go tell Janine Pirro. And somebody on Twitter tweeted at me, someone who hates Black Lives Matter, and says they're a bunch of terrorists. And I get people telling me this shit all the time. They tweet, it's not even close to being true. No, it's not close to being true. It is true. I had this newspaper editor write me last week and saying, I really like your cartoons, but how can you support Black Lives Matter? They're nothing but terrorists. And I wrote back to him, how can you not support Black Lives Matter? Where's the terrorism? Where is the terrorism? How can you sit there and you say that you support Black Lives Matter is terrorism while you support the motherfuckers that crashed the Capitol, which was literal terrorism? And by the way, Ron DeSantis, that idiot governor of Florida, he is tying all this to the shit that's happening in Portland and stuff. Says we don't want to become a Portlander and everything. But he doesn't mention Washington, D.C., what they did there. You don't do that. You know, he doesn't mention the Proud Boys or the Oath Keepers or the 1%ers, whatever the fuck percenters they're called. Everybody have a great Saturday. Come back tomorrow and you'll have another video at some point during the day. Bye.